Good evening, everyone. My name is Todd Kisor. I'm a Hocking College student, and I've been going there for a little over a year, and I'm in the PTA program there. I'm here tonight to talk to you a little bit about stress. Through the classes I've taken at Hocking and the research I've done, I've been able to gain quite a bit of knowledge on stress. And the reason I'm interested in it is because it creates quite a bit of health problems that are avoidable. We just don't do the things it takes to relieve it, or sometimes maybe even eliminate the stress. So tonight I'm going to give you some of those things that you can do to eliminate the stress and hopefully live a healthier lifestyle. So the first thing is, what is stress? There's no real medical term for stress, for the fact that all things stress people differently. Something that stresses you might not stress somebody else the same. So that's why there's no real definition for stress. So it's estimated that 2/3 of all physician visits are stress related, and there's new evidence that indicates that stress is directly linked to heart disease and cancer. So what happens during stress? Well, what happens is the hypothalamus in the brain sends a signal to the adrenal glands, which are located on the superior portion of the kidneys. And what the adrenal glands do is they secrete huge amounts of cortisol, which is secreted in the body anyway in low amounts throughout the day. But under stress, they secrete huge amounts, and that's where the health problems come in. What happens is stress causes the cortisol to build up, and your body never kicks in the relaxed response, which eventually causes chronic stress syndrome, and then you get your health problems such as stroke and eye damage, the blood vessels and the heart attacks, blood clots, and kidney failure, and upon other problems, abdominal fat, decrease in muscle mass, decrease in bone density. Here you have dilated blood vessels. And actually, this is not a very good picture of a stress-related blood vessel, because it would have marks in it like a dry rotted hose, maybe like a dry rotted garden hose or a dry rotted vacuum line on a car would be what it would look like, a stress-related blood vessel. But here's a normal heart cross section. And then you can see this is you got enlarged ventricles here, the left and atrium, enlarged atrium, enlarged ventricles. So you're probably wondering when I'm going to get to the good stuff, huh? What we can do about these problems. Well, one thing we can do about these problems is to avoid unnecessary stress. Learn to say no. I know that's hard to do. Everybody wants to be nice. If somebody's got a problem, you always want to help. But the fact is, a lot of times we got too much to do to take on extra, and that's when we bring stress onto ourselves. When we know we're loaded down with all kinds of things to do already, and we're just trying to do a favor, and it's nice to be nice, but in all actuality, if you don't have the time and you know it's going to put you under stress, the best thing to do is be polite, maybe explain your situation, and just try to be nice about it, but learn how to say no. The second thing we could do about stress is alter the situation. Poor time management, for one thing, which is something that I have a bad habit of. That's one of the things that stresses me really a lot. Me and my wife were headed to a ball game, and we were running late. And it seems like every time you are running late, the car needs gas, so you have to stop and get the gas, and then you get in the gas station, and it's packed, and you finally get up to the counter, and you're behind that guy. He pays for his stuff, and all of a sudden, before he leaves the counter, he forgets. He needs 2 packs of cigarettes. So you wait there behind him all the while you're running late for your son's ball game. Before you got to the store, you were running late. And then he gets his cigarettes, and then all of a sudden he forgets he needs 5 lottery tickets. Anyway, that's the kind of stuff that stresses me. So I need to work on my time management. So number 3 would be to adapt to the stressor. A lot of times what we do is we get stressed over things that really don't amount to much. If we look at the big picture, is what I'm stressing over, is it really going to affect me in an hour or tomorrow or in a month? So a lot of times we stress over things that really don't amount to much. So if we could work on that, that would be a big way to relieve some stress in our lives. The 4th thing on my list will be to accept the things you cannot change. That's a good one too. Don't try to control the uncontrollable. A lot of times we try to control things that are impossible to control, like the behavior of another person, or the price of gas, even though we all hate it and it stresses us all out. It's costing us money, and money's a big stressor. But it's best to try to not worry about the things that we can't change. Number 5 on my list will be make time for fun and relaxation, which I think is a very important thing. Everybody should make time for something they should enjoy every day, no matter how small it is. If it only takes 5 or 10 minutes to do something you enjoy, if it's sitting alone for 15 minutes drinking your favorite milkshake, if it's something as simple as that can go a long way in relieving stress. So that's another good one. Number 6 on my list of things to do would be to adopt a healthy lifestyle. And that, of course, everybody probably realizes what that is. Exercise, eating right. Research has shown that exercise and eating right does reduce stress, so that would help a lot. And I think that's all I have. I want to appreciate everybody coming tonight, and appreciate you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. And I hope you take the things I gave you tonight and apply them in your life, and I hope it makes you live a happier and healthier life. Thank you.